Hello, sports fans. Welcome to RVing with Luck. I'm Ralph Luck. For over 4 years, I've been full-time in my Class C RV that you see behind me with my martial arts cat, Ninja. 99% of the time boondocking, like we are right now in the beautiful northern Arizona National Forest. And today we're going to be doing an unboxing on a product that was sent to me. And I'm going to do a full review in the future after I test it out for a few weeks. I've also got some news here. I've decided I really like the job that I was at. However, I'm going to be going to my property in Golden Valley. So I decided to go ahead and leave that job. And I'm heading to the Kingman area where I can be on my 2 acres in the desert, warmer weather. Much warmer. I think right now this week they're having the high 70s and lows in the 50s. So kind of like I've done in past years, mid to end of November, I'm get out of northern Arizona before the snow starts. And hopefully in Kingman, I have been applying to a few jobs. Hopefully in Kingman, I'll find a position that works for me and then I can be able to stay on my property. And I love it. It's so remote out there. Beautiful sunrises and sunsets. I can't wait. But let's get into this product. So the company is Hcalory. Or I don't know. I'm not going to lie and say I know how to pronounce it. But they have a toolbox is what they call their diesel heater that comes like this. Because it's basically like a toolbox with a handle on it. It's a diesel. Blows warm air, obviously a heater, and they call it a car parking heater. And you can see down here, they say you could use it in your diesel car, your SUV, your truck, RV tent, indoor new energy vehicle, and of course, bottom second from the left, RV. Oh, let's not forget the engineering vehicle. So I'm going to do an unboxing and check out everything that is inside. Oh, there comes the kitty. I don't know what she's doing under my car. Hopefully looking for mice. Anyway, yes, the company sent this to me to review at no charge. And again, I'm under no obligation to say anything of any kind except just do a review and put out a video. If it works great, then that'd be nice to see and hear, be able to promote a product that's good for you guys. Typically, I would say more van lifers use diesel heaters, but I'm going to check it out and see how it might work in the RV. Okay, let's take a look at this here. Gas can on top, where you add the diesel. Lid, and here's why they call it the toolbox. I'll show you in a moment. There is a control on here that comes off. It is cord connected, and it only goes out just a very short way. But what they do is they give you this extra, like, I don't know, 3 feet of cord in case you want to take that controller and mount it up higher to wherever you're going to put this. I'm not going to worry about that because I'm testing it and I'm not going to secure it in permanently. They do give you some mounts and brackets and stuff to be able to mount it permanently. Here's the exhaust hose. Here's the air intake hose. And one of the complaints I read about is for the exhaust hose, they give you like, what is that, 15 inches, 18 inches, 1.5 feet of hose. So looks like I'll be having this inside. I'll connect this hose. I know a lot of customers that I read comments on their reviews say they went to Home Depot and bought like a 6-foot one of these. Let's see, there's the muffler. It does come with a a 110 standard house appliance plug-in, but I thought it was going to have a cigarette lighter plug-in because it said you could use 12 volt. What it does, it gives you this to plug into the diesel heater, and then this plugs into your 12 volt battery. So that was kind of weird. I would have liked to see a cigarette lighter, but it is what it is. Now, what's weird is, just to check things out on the toolbox, and you kind of see why they call it a toolbox, I opened this up just to take a look, and this remote fob was clipped inside here. I went through the directions right there very thoroughly, and there's no mention of this or this being inside there. So I can imagine if you're somebody that just gets it and fills it up with gas or diesel and hooks it up, you may never know it had this, or you may think it didn't come with it. This is kind of neat. Obviously on, off, high, low temperatures. From what I could tell, the reviews are right. I'm clicking this, there's no light there, and I believe the reviews said this didn't come with the battery. If that's the case, I'm going to open it up and check. If that's the case, that's pretty ridiculous, because it's not like any of us carry whatever battery this needs, and I haven't found anywhere in the instruction manual where it says what battery it needs. So I'll have to check it out. I am going into town today. I'm going to buy a diesel 5-gallon container, and which is yellow in color versus the red gasoline. And I'm going to fill up on some diesel, so when we come back, we could take care of this. Now, this has a lot of unique features. Basically, it's got a carbon monoxide detector. It has a, you could have a setting to have this come on with a timer and go off with the timer. And you could also download an app on your phone, iPhone or Android, and use the app to adjust all the settings on this. It also does have two settings. One is always on. You adjust the fan to where you want it and the heat level that you want it, and just turn it on and it just goes. Or what I'll be using is the automatic feature that keeps it within 3 degrees of the temperature you set it at. So for example, I'll set this at like 76, and supposedly when it gets down to 73, it kicks it on. One of the things we're going to find out is about the noise. I forgot if it was in the description or the reviews, said this does not do the typical diesel heater tick, 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 that if you have this inside could drive you crazy. So we're going to see what we can see. Having an exhaust this close, I just have no idea where I'm going to put this to be able to test it out, but I'll figure it out. And I should point out that it's very light. I don't know, 10 pounds maybe? Very light. Again, in my future video with the total review of this, I'll be going over the specs in more detail and, of course, go over the pros and cons and how it worked out. But that'll probably be, at least 3 weeks down the road of me testing this out nightly. Well, I took this apart. Apparently it did come with a battery. However, it's not lighting up the light on this, so I think I'm going to need to get a new one. So I'm happy they provided a battery, but also sad that it doesn't seem to be working. And this is like no battery I've ever seen. The little flat circle ones is the one I was hoping it was, but oh well. Off to the store. So there's the cute little filter that goes in there. But if you have any kind of safety can like this has got to go down in there and touch 10 things. And so, yeah, that little filter might work if you have like a 1970s diesel can. Anyway, gonna fill it up and test it out. So thanks for watching this unboxing and setup of the diesel heater. I'm excited to try it out. We'll see how much power it uses and how much diesel it uses. But please smash that thumbs up button. Hit subscribe so you get alerts anytime I post a new video, which is a few times a week. And share the video also if you think somebody might be entertained or informed about whatever I'm talking about. So from Ninja and I bid you adieu. Go out there, be positive, be nice, be active.